Hello, everyone. I have Oksana Fialo here today with me. My name is Polina Shabarova. Oksana here is a therapist and a licensed professional counselor. So we'd love to have a little chat about some business related and a bit of marketing related topics around women and their um, juggling all the roles that they have. So, Oksana, welcome. Thank you for being here. Hi.
Yeah, hi. Thank you. Thank you for inviting me here. I'm very happy. I don't have a lot of experience doing interviews, participating. Yeah, so I'm a little bit anxious, nervous, overwhelmed, and all this stuff. But yeah, let's speak about that. So I
Introduce
have
yourself a bit.
so I'm from Ukraine. I moved here 6 years ago, and in Ukraine, I got my first degree in clinical psychology. But then, when I moved here 6 years ago, I needed to go to school again to meet requirements here in the United States.
Mhm,
Like in Texas, because we are therapists limited by license, and so if you're licensed in Texas, you can counsel only in Texas. Yeah, so and that's why I needed to go to school again. I graduated from St. Edward's University, getting my
mhm,
second master's degree in counseling psychology. Sure, I was scared how to start everything in private practice, but to start private practice, it's very easy. You just find instruction, like a checklist, and you go through this checklist because usually we have communities of whatever business you start, you can access
mhm.
communities where you can tell about yourself and you can ask for support for sharing resources. So networking, you need to start networking from the beginning, especially
Mhm,
if you get an education. Start there to do it. And so professors, my peers, they all helped me to navigate like internet and how to reach
mhm,
everybody whom you need for your private practice. And that's why they just shared with me checklist. I did everything in the checklist and I opened my private practice. But the
mhm,
the biggest obstacle is to find clients. And I believe here you need to face your biggest fears, because it's all about, am I ready to attract your attention? Ready to be big and to be noticed, seen, and heard. And so a lot of women are scared of that, because even analyzing our history of humankind, yeah, those were men who used to be big, like protecting us, yeah, gaining food for us and ensuring our safety. But when
mhm.
you want to be a businesswoman, it's all about, are you ready to leave your safe harbor and to navigate the ocean?
That's
So,
right.
and that's why I have a strategy that works for me. I usually I find a very transparent, great company that shares my values, and in this case, it's Therapy Austin.
Mhm,
This is a mental health agency that is only private pay, and they've been in Austin for 10 years already. So
mhm,
they are like a very stable, good business. And during my school years, I heard a lot about them, how transparent they are, how good they are. So, in taking care of you, in supporting you as a fresh therapist.
mhm,
And that's why they accepted me as a counselor, and that's why there I started to build my confidence, because they
okay,
help to find you clients, to match you with clients, yeah. And
mhm,
so you start to see that you are able to attract clients and they pay money for that. So, and that's why this is like a resource for me. So I see that people pay money for my services. So then I need to go and to do it also on my own, like to do
mhm,
side hustle.
mhm,
And yeah, that's why I opened my private practice. And the biggest obstacle is to find my own clients. And I'm struggling with that right now.
mhm. So we got to marketing a little, maybe a little bit
Yes.
about to the mindset, right? What do you see is the biggest struggle? What do you see the main reason? Is it some mindset, like the inner part of it, or it's you lacking some tactics or strategy or knowing what to do, not to spend too much time experimenting and testing?
I believe like there are some issues with marketing. Yeah. The first one is you need to be there and to expose yourself, expose your ego, and you need to be ready that you wouldn't get like 100 likes immediately, or you wouldn't get like 100 subscribers immediately. Yeah. So you need to be like patient.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you have to be consistent. So I believe consistency works very well and planning works very well. For example, because if we are impulsive, like emotionally impulsive, so I make publications only when I feel like that. So you will have not stable results. And this is my problem, because I'm emotional. When I have something to say, I go there, and it's very important for me. I have YouTube channel, I have Instagram, several ones. I have in English and in Ukrainian. And so when
Mm-hmm.
I have something to say and I'm overwhelmed with this and I would like to share and to educate somebody, psychoeducate, so I go there and I do this. But then there are days that, oh, I don't have anything to say, so let it be. And this is the problem, because it should be
Mm-hmm.
like a business approach where you have consistency, focus, system, and you don't think about like how many likes, how many shares, how many views, but you are thinking about how many clients did I get from this. So for example, if you like get one client in 3 months, so it means that something doesn't work. Maybe this is because you lack consistency, you lack focus, you lack system, you lack a plan, that you stick to finding your audience. And the recent discovery for me was, it's not about like, yeah, like statistics. It's about reaching out to your audience and giving them what you want. So at least let's have
What they need,
yeah,
right?
let's have 50 subscribers, but I have like 2 clients coming to me each month. So it will be already a great result for a businesswoman,
Mm-hmm.
right? But
Mm-hmm.
people, they want to, like women, they want to like invest and see immediate results. But it doesn't work this way. It can work if you're like crazy, if you're like crazy doing it each day, consistent, and you are networking with everybody. But for me, it's too much exposure. I'm not ready for that. But yeah, I try
It's
to figure out.
very familiar to me because I also consider myself an introvert, and I have this extroverted part that wakes up now and then for some networking. So I don't mind connecting with people. I love it. I need it, but not consistently, not daily.
Yeah.
And so I also struggle with that. Do you see this as a female nature related issue, so that women are more impulsive and emotion driven, so it's
Mm-hmm.
harder for our emotional brain to stay on schedule and to do some routine mundane tasks that maybe
Mm-hmm.
maybe
I
drain.
believe it's also about temperament,
Mm-hmm.
your traits of character and what you are driven to. Like you are result driven, result oriented, or you are process oriented. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want result, but you don't like process, so maybe it's harder for you to be consistent. Yeah, but if you are all about process, then it's easier for you to be consistent, because you like the process of doing like I don't know, publications, stories, and all the stuff. But anyway, it's all about developing right skills. What are the good skills for doing business? So you just ask ChatGPT it gives you the list and you think, okay, what do I need to do? Yeah. What habits I need to develop. But anyways, we all women have their strengths. And that's why I'm all about, like, let's look at your strengths and take advantage of them. Because yeah, if I'm not a very consistent person and I will be investing so much in consistency, oh my gosh, maybe then I will lose my sparkle. Maybe
Yeah.
another one important moment, it's about delegation. So to start delegate, if you are not consistent, let's find a person who would be consistent on your team.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah, I forgot what I was speaking about, by the way.
Yes, that's you are speaking. You were on point. Yes, that's also my like recent inner question that I've been thinking about for the last few days and discussing with some friends. Um, like if you feel that it's not your like it's not typical of you, of a person, a woman, let's say, to be very rational, to use your rational mind more often than your emotional, right? Not trying to push through this consistency like by force. uh,
Mm-hmm.
would it make more sense, as you said, to to admit to yourself that's okay, that's not my strength, and that's okay, right? I have other strengths that I can build my business on, and that are essential for me being who
Yes.
I am, and for sending this message to my clients, right? Applying it at
Yeah.
work or in marketing. And maybe I just need to delegate or automate something that I can,
Yes.
not to make myself
Exactly.
do it and
And I
then
will.
feel
Sorry.
exhausted.
Yeah, and I would like to share one resource. It's called Clifton Strengths Assessment. I do it
Mhm,
sometimes with my clients who have a lot of negative self-talk. So, and then this is, have you heard about Clifton Institute? I don't remember the story, but this is an old institute founded by this Clifton. He was a therapist or a science, I don't remember. And all his life, he had been investigating talents of people, how to
mhm,
categorize them, classify them. So, and he created this institute, and this institute is all about talents and strengths. It's very often contracted by corporations because corporations would like to know how to make each team more productive. So, and that's why they take this assessment, they do assessment of each person, and they see what are the strengths. So how should we arrange these all talents so that our team, becomes the best, the most productive, the most collaborative. Yeah. So, and that's why I suggest to do this assessment, and to sit with it for days, because for example, I have it right
mhm,
now, for days, like these like reports of your 34 talents, but you have the top
mhm,
10, the top 5, and the top 5 are the most important. So, and I understood, like, consistency is my weakness, and that's why I don't have like business extremely developed, because I'm not consistent enough. But I have a lot of caring features. I have a lot of about relationships with people. I have a lot about learning and strategy, so,
mhm,
and that's why
mhm,
I'm in the process of figuring out how to combine it and become more productive in my business.
mhm, mhm. Yeah, that's a very familiar hot topic for me too. I'm on the same side, and it just keep reminding myself that you cannot be like perfect, and you don't have to be perfect in all the fields, right? And it's natural that you have some strengths, and then you can invest more in them and use them to the benefit of yourself and others.
Yeah, and I believe that women that are trying to do business, are doing business, these women are fighters. So they have this male part
Uh-huh.
developed, and they want to self-realize themselves, like in other fields of life, not only ensuring a beautiful, comfortable, warm house and well-raised kids, but also, yeah, to be a person in this society and play a role in this society.
Mhm.
And yeah, this is something that we are breaking. We are breaking the cycle of that I can be as big as a man, right?
Mhm.
But at the same time, we're still, yeah, like sticking to these responsibilities. We feel like mostly responsible for the house, for kids, and then somehow we try to be business women, and it's so hard, you know.
It is, and with personal life, yeah, then with the family, then with motherhood. For those who are mothers, it just gets to the upper and upper level of complexity every time.
Yeah.
And how, like speaking generally, yeah, how would you do you think it's possible for a modern woman to combine her like career or business aspirations and try to be successful in her understanding of success in, let's say, business, and also be satisfied with what she has in home, with her climate at home, or with motherhood? Because when you try to be like to build social presence, business,
Mm-hmm.
or make an impact outside, right? Inside in your home, you see, if you are a mother, just talking about this, right? You have all those attachment theories that you're trying to be with the kids while they're little as much as possible, right? To build those meaningful relationships and have some quality time together. How do you combine all that?
I think that I'm born for my own life. This is my first priority. I am my first priority. And this is what gives me energy and resources because I was born not to raise my kids. I was born to make my dreams come true, realize all my potential, unleash it, and achieve what I want and enjoy this life. And kids, they're like next to me. And that's why it's very important, to understand the purpose of your life. Because I think that if the purpose of your life are your kids, oh my gosh, you wouldn't be a businesswoman. It would be very hard and you will be overwhelmed with the guilt and a
Mhm.
lot of negative feelings. That's why you can be a businesswoman when you let it go, you put yourself as priority, but at the same time, you are trying to have quality time with your kids. And as a therapist, yeah, I'm so driven my work. I'm so inspired. I see the results of my client and it makes me so excited that I want help more people. But at the same time, I'm using my knowledge to educate my kids, to raise them. And I give them the message like you are born, yeah, to go to full of your potential. This is the idea. What I'm doing, I'm telling them to do. And
Mhm.
frankly speaking, I don't remember exact percentage, but we should be 50% of the time good mothers, only 50%, because we accept like, I don't know, 100%. Oh my gosh, if I expect to be a good mother
Mhm.
100% of my time, I won't have any life on my own.
And it's also very relative, right? Good mother. If you're satisfied with the level of connection that you have with kids, and that
Yeah.
can be enough.
a- And I think that I should be like inspiration for my kids. I should be a motivation for my kids, an example of how you should care about yourself and not put your last. You should be first.
But again, do you think that it's very personalized purpose, right? Because you said that my
Mm-hmm.
purpose is to be happy here and to express myself, whether it's in motherhood or family or social service or whatever, or business. um, if a woman, let's say, sees herself and feels that she was born to raise kids and be the matriarch of her family, and
Mm-hmm.
she's 100% satisfied with it, right? Or while another woman might be child free and not see herself in any way expressing herself as a mother, because there is um, no need, no inner desire to play this
Mhm.
role, right? And that's okay. And but she can be like a warrior kind of archetype, like building business, running corporations, or being an activist or whatever in the outside world.
But again, we are speaking about one-sided potential. Potential means to like try like things in your life,
Mm-hmm.
right? But when you are only about business, so it feels like you are losing something. If you are all about the kids, it looks like you're losing something. You know, it's like some kind of one-sided focus of life. It's okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not criticizing it, but I don't know. I feel like I don't need to be a successful businesswoman, top of the best. No, I just need some place where I can show myself, earn money, and have this like realization, gratitude, and share my knowledge. And then I go to my family, and I'm happy. I have my family, I have my kids, I have time to spend with on holidays, on weekends. You know, I have everything, a little bit of everything, you know, because when you are focused on only one, yeah, it's a question, what's going
And
on?
if a person, let's say a client, comes to you and says that like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty happy with what I have, I don't need any like deep relationships, I'm all in my career, do
Mm-hmm.
you think that there might be some inner problem that
Sure.
is just they're not aware of yet?
Yeah, I would think so because, you know, usually what I see with the clients that clients can be very successful in business, but they're so unhappy in personal life.
And they might not see it until
And
you
usually they
start
come
digging, right?
and usually they come with personal issues of personal life and relationships. They have problems with extended family, with wife, husband. So you have to pay if you want to have a big business and a successful business. You have to sacrifice something.
Right, because cannot fit everything into one bucket of
Yeah,
time that we have,
if you
right?
want, so then you put a little bit of everything. And this is the way I feel I'm realizing my potential. Like everywhere, and I have like what is important for me, you know, priority 1, 2, 3, 4. These are my priorities. But to have one priority and you know that it dominates all your life, no way.
There can be seasons, right? When something comes to the front and then another priority comes to the front, and then you just juggle it all, and that's okay. But do you use the practice or the tool of the wheel of balance with clients? Because I see it's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
visual thing that explains very easily to people that it's about balance to make it rolling.
Yeah, you know, and I've noticed that if you have addiction, like addiction of being successful, addiction of real substance use, addiction of relationships, then you have disbalance in this wheel of life. And
Mhm,
sure, there are half of the areas of life that are neglected. So, and
mhm.
then this wheel of life shows to you, well, you have problems because you are far away from the balance in life. And yeah, maybe now I get it that I would like to have balance in life. And when we have all business, all family and kids, it's not about balance.
Mhm. Mhm. But do you agree that there are some people like, but to me they're like from hero archetypes, like some rare cases, but that are
Sure, to be a hero, you
artists.
need to sacrifice.
Yes, that you choose just one path, like,
Yes.
and choose to be a warrior and activist, a
And
monk.
usually, yeah, if you deep into the background of these people and their stories, you always can find roots of it, you know. But
Mm-hmm.
if the person is functioning greatly, is enjoying, so why should we care about that? But if in some moment of his or her life they become aware, oh my gosh, I am so unhappy with all of this that I gained and earned.
Mm-hmm.
And then they say, oh my gosh, money doesn't buy happiness. because you were so driven by money that you skipped all your happiness. And it's
Mm-hmm.
not about money. It's just you were like narrow focused, addicted, and you were like not living your full life, like being present here. You were addicted.
Mm-hmm. Probably in an attempt to compensate for something that you're
Yes.
not happy with, right? Some areas. Mm-hmm.
Or where you're not very capable, like in building relationships and achieving emotional connectedness and intimacy, whatever can be an
Mm-hmm.
issue.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then in order not to focus on this dissatisfaction, right, or not being happy with what you have in this area, you just try to like, put everything on stake in whatever you have
Yes.
success in, and then you just fill up your time and
Mhm.
attention with that. Mhm. Okay. Do you see any universal challenges that women who are trying to do business are facing? We've mentioned some, but maybe there are more. You said that, like the case of a woman not allowing herself to be as big as a man, like literally
Mhm.
take space or be visible. Are there any other typical challenges or blocks or limiting beliefs that women usually face based on your experience?
Yeah, like limiting belief is I'm not strong enough, to do it. But on the other hand, it's good. Then you can ask for help and delegate. This can be a trigger to overcome this fear and at least hire people.
Mm-hmm.
And it's very great because some women can stuck in this, and some women, oh my gosh, I'm so tired, I'm so overwhelmed, let's delegate. And it's great, when you can let it go and delegate.
And if
Then
there is no one, no support system or no opportunity to delegate some, let's say, page service, and
uh,
usually I see women stuck there, like not knowing where to seek help.
then we need to cultivate inner culture of appreciation. Whatever I do is a small step towards my success, towards my business. I'm
Mm-hmm.
grateful to myself for doing what I do, you know and now you have ChatGPT. Oh my god, just ask ChatGPT. Also, to get motivated, I'm listening to YouTubers who have opened businesses. I listen to motivational books a lot. I watch YouTube videos of women who achieve success. So I do a lot of stuff to motivate and inspire myself,
Mm-hmm.
and
Or
also,
intentionally, right?
yeah, intentionally, because it's a long run. How far you can run if you do not like help yourself to find resources of energy, you know and for example and so you need to look for resources, because if you have scarce resources, it's very hard. Maybe you don't have money to pay your mortgage or to pay for daycare. So, and to do business, it would be like extra hard because you are surviving.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why, and also in society, we have a lot of biases, about women. Oh, you're a woman, go and sit with the kids. Oh, you're a woman, like you do not
Why
deserve
aren't you in the
higher
kitchen?
salary. Why you are not in the kitchen? So a lot of biases, but I believe that we are advancing, and we are breaking all those vicious cycles, of women being dominated by men.
Mm-hmm. And you being an immigrant, as the same as me, and knowing like and being able to compare different countries and cultures, which culture and society do you see as more patriarchal, um,
Let it be.
or still living in patriarchy, Ukrainian or American, Western?
Hmm.
India?
I believe in Ukraine, we still have more of it, because even looking at my clients, I have now more male clients. It means that they accept that they need help, because the problem with men is they are scared to ask for help. It's very hard to accept this weakness. I'm weak, I'm not capable, I cannot cope with some obstacles of my life. But here they go and they try to solve it. But in our culture in Ukraine, we still have this very macho values. So, like in Latin America, we have a lot of similarities with Latin American cultures.
Mhm.
Yeah, that I'm macho, I don't go to ask for help, you
Mhm.
know.
Mhm. I carry
Uh,
my cross, crucifix kind of
yeah,
mentality. Mhm. Mhm. I see some signs that it might change, like right now with Ukraine psychological movement developing because of the needs of the war,
yeah.
the state of the war. I see that it's being more normalized. So even warriors who come back from the front lines, I can see little signs that it might change with time, that they
Hmm.
accept that they need help, that it's not okay to stay like depressed and let it be, because you have people who could give you professional help and it might change everything, right, and literally
Yeah.
save your life. So hopefully it will start changing.
Yeah, and one more thing about women that we should ask ourselves, why are we scared of success?
Mhm,
Because it can be the key. Yeah, why am I so scared? Because it would be so overwhelmed that I would become crazy. So ask
mhm,
yourself, I'm scared of success because, for example, I have this idea that I would become crazy and then I would lose my family, my husband, my kids will turn back on me. So
mhm,
so it's very interesting, yeah, to look deeper, because when we do not market, when we do not promote ourselves, when we do not show up on social media, it's all about I'm scared of success.
mhm. Can it also be this fear of failure, which are very close
Taylor,
together? Is it the same mechanics that you see in it?
because fear of success, it's like if I do my YouTube video, it will hit like 20,000 views in a day. This is fear of success. And then I don't go to do it because I expect very high results. And then fear of failure is when, for example, oh, YouTube, to do a YouTube, oh my gosh, and if my parents would see me and they would judge me, oh, it's like very depressive, towards depressive, like I will be a failure when people see me, and success, I will be so great.
Mhm,
Then what to do with that,
mhm.
so with all those feelings of greatness and success, so a little bit different, but they can be easily confused.
And they're usually subconscious, right? So it's not that a person is aware here and now about, oh, I'm afraid of failure. I'm afraid of success. Okay, what should I do? It's about.
Yeah, and it's very important, for women to do businesses from the state of feeling good. So I
Mhm,
feel good, and how do I business from this state of mind? And try to increase this like state of feeling good during the day, and then it would expand on your business too. So, for example, I try to practice doing business like playfully. I don't like challenges, frankly speaking, hard things, stress, hard people, serious people. And that's why, for me, it's like, let's do business playfully and
mhm,
easy, but with some consistency in this attitude of playing around.
mhm, mhm, mhm.
What
Okay,
do you think?
why not?
Yeah.
And what if a person feels stuck? Like they try to cultivate this like positivity and motivate themselves. Okay, let's speak about a woman. Yeah, she's some woman is trying to hype herself up and like eliminate her fears, right? Or work towards her goal. But just on a physical level, she might feel stuck or stagnated or having zero energy. what could she do? Maybe some physical reason, like just in the body, that needs to be addressed, or is it mostly mental, or it can be both? And where to start fixing this?
I think there should be a holistic approach. If you feel stuck, so the first thing you can do is to accept your stuckness.
Mm-hmm,
Okay, I'm stuck. I feel depressed. I feel like a failure. I feel like I'm not enough, and etc. Right? And then to be in this state, like to scan your body. How does it feel in your body? How
mm-hmm,
are you in general? Yeah, like to connect with your body, to connect your mind and body. Yeah, and then look at your life and think, how can I self-care? Self-care is very important. I develop it very actively right now in my life. Without self-care, I wouldn't be able to do so much things in my life and to be there for my clients, because I teach my clients to self-care. So how can I teach if I don't practice it? That's why self-care. Self-care means to like be kind to yourself, to be compassionate with yourself, not to criticize yourself when you are so stuck. It means like imagine yourself being like 7 years old, 10 years old. And what are you going to do around this kid if she says, I'm unhappy, I feel stuck, I'm disappointed, my friends don't love me, how do we care about this girl?
mm-hmm,
So we'll
mm-hmm,
speak with her, we hug her, we can buy something for her, So I will start here from self-care, self-compassion, and self-kindness. And then you can go to coach if you would like to be like more goal oriented and just tell me what I should do. And coach help you to elaborate a plan what to
mm-hmm,
do, and you go and do, and coach will be there for you to make you accountable. Yeah, or you go to therapy and you work on your identity and your real deep change.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah, to help you unstuck yourself. Yeah,
Mm-hmm,
so this is the way I see it.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And what if a person feels overwhelmed, like on the other, to me, it's the other spectrum, but it's also maybe the same result that you eventually don't feel the energy, but it's like feeling stuck, it's not able to do anything, but being burnt out and overwhelmed, it's like I cannot stop. I'm doing so much things at the same time, and like, what should I do? How to
Uh,
slow
to
down?
think to think about your nervous system that it's right now in threat response,
Mm-hmm,
and to do something with this threat response is all about relax your body. In the
mm-hmm,
relaxed body, there is no anxiety, there is no anger, there is no fear. So what you do is go to have a massage, do yoga, do meditation, do mindful exercises, go to a swimming pool. So do something to your body to make it relax.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So there, I would start there to relax your body. Yeah, to stop this threat response.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense. And it's also holistic and very rational advice.
Yeah,
Do men also follow this kind of advice, like to do yoga?
sure. It's general our like nervous system construction, and
Mm-hmm,
it functions the same way. And because there is also one problem that men are allowed to express anger, and they express anger by building businesses. But women are not allowed to express anger, and doing business is about being angry. Like, I want to be first, I want to do the sales, I want to convince you, to choose me. It's all about anger that is very constructive. So
mm-hmm,
yeah, and men, they more often express anger, and that's why it can be easier for them a little bit to relax their bodies. But for
mm-hmm,
women, we are used to suppress our anger, and then we have headaches, then we have depression, then we have anxiety.
Mm-hmm. 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 Yes, that's different symptoms,
Yeah.
but but the deeper problems might be the same, that you are like trying to compensate something or to try to be something that you are not, right? Or
Mhm.
something that you don't actually want to do, and you're just substituting something with something else.
Yeah, and like this business idea of business women, maybe we are also influenced by social media. Oh, I'm woman, I'm so successful. Look at me. I have everything in my life. So, and then you look at this woman and you want to be this woman, but maybe it's not something that you wish for, really. That's why also going to coach or therapist to learn about your motivation,
Your like
what
your
really do you want?
yeah, your own inner motivation, not just
Yes.
title, right? Or something that's put on you and offered to
Hmm.
you, and you just pick it without realizing that
Yes,
it's not your
because of
actual
social
choice.
media and the shrink world that we see successes here, there. Oh my gosh, successful world with a lot of wars in it, right? And injustices.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So speaking about global perspective, like the feminine and masculine energy in the world, do you feel that they are balanced enough right now? And what could we do? Like, if not, then what could we do to balance them?
Oh, they're not. They're not at all. If it would be balanced, we hadn't, or if it had been balanced, we wouldn't have wars. And especially in Ukraine, it's so horrible that the world doesn't have enough, like, energy, like kind energy not to have it. And there is also a problem with masculinity, with positive masculinity that can stop with the masculine hand all this violence. So
Mm-hmm,
that's why it looks like we have problems on both sides, not enough kindness and not enough masculinity to stop it.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So it's like lower levels of both energies, which are not doing their work,
Yeah,
proper
yeah,
work
they are
that
not
they.
doing their work. Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm. That's interesting. Do you think anything can be done to
we can we can
starting from
continue doing
ourselves?
Paulina, we can continue doing our work, be bringing light to our clients, and maybe it will be like, what is it called, this effect, like, it starts
The
here, but
butterfly,
yeah, but
the
it
butterfly.
expands. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, so just I think actually that that's the real answer. I think that's like as old as the time. The answer just being staying true to yourself, knowing what you were born with, like what talents you were born with, and what's your um, role or mission in this world, like to express your strength and express your personality, not trying to be someone else who you are not. And then probably then everyone would be playing the proper role that they are supposed to be playing in this world.
Yeah,
Say it all out.
yeah, and there will be more harmony and peace inside of us women, yeah, when we can also balance everything, yeah, and think about our values,
Mm,
because our values define, because there are values that you want to have and values that you live by, and there can be discrepancy, so it's very interesting also to look at your values.
mhm, mhm. Is it something that you can manage and adjust from your
Sure,
experience?
sure. Values change, and I've noticed that, like in business, there can be, a value of morality, and it can be an obstacle, frankly speaking, like morality. And I believe, like this value of morality, men have less of it when doing business than women.
Do you mean
I
ethics and ethical behavior?
No,
Some.
I mean like fear of saying no,
Mm. Mm-hmm.
fear of conflict.
Mm-hmm.
Fear of like expressing your real opinion.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So it feels like a conflict, a fight, and women can have this tendency to avoid it and to run away.
Yeah. People pleasing and being a good girl, right?
Yeah, but there is a nice girl syndrome too. So
Mm-hmm.
something similar we have in this aspect.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes, and there's also the concept, like the not the trend, but the role that is usually imposed on boys, right? Like from
Mhm.
patriarchal society again, right? You're a good girl and you're a boy who is allowed to be bad, right? And
Mhm.
it's good girl plus bad boy opposition or balance. I don't know, but it's something that's, I think it's maybe the expressions of those energies, the essence of those
Mhm.
energies of feminine and masculine, right? That one is more balanced and stays in place and tries to make everything around her happy and
Mhm.
beautiful, and the other is directed towards a goal somewhere outwards and trying to win the world. And
Mhm. Yeah.
it's hard to make them live peacefully together when you're an adult. Do you see that those energies also um, present in every person, right? So both, like a man, a typical man, has both feminine and masculine
Yeah.
essence in him, and the same for a woman. It's just that uh, something is more expressed in one person, and another energy is more expressed in
Yeah,
another.
yeah, I do agree completely with you that and it's influenced by our culture, but by our family, by our raising, education. Yeah, it's a mixture of factors that
Mhm,
influence us and what we have. But sure, it's very important to have this balance of energies, right?
mhm,
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
mhm, mhm. To me, it's like thinking about fire and water, right? If you have
Mhm.
too much of fire, you will get an uncontrolled wildfire eventually. If you have too much water, you won't have a chance to get warm, right? Or light a fire when you need it.
Yeah, and that's why if we do business like women, environment is important. So it's so important, yeah, to have partners or friends who are encouraging, who are supportive,
Mhm,
But if you are there on your own and nobody believes in you, yeah, it's hard.
mhm,
That's why, yeah, you're
mhm.
right.
Yeah. So if you have no support system that
Mm-hmm.
has grown naturally, or right now you feel that you like support, you have specialists who you can turn to, right? It could
Mm-hmm.
a coach, as you mentioned, a counselor or a therapist, or some other person who you feel would listen to you at least,
Yeah.
right? And mirror back what you are saying and what you're feeling, so you can have a good picture of what's going on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mhm. Oksana, last question. If you had a chance to say something, like share some piece of wisdom based on your life experience or on your professional experience with everyone in the world, and you knew that everyone would hear you and probably listen to you, what would you say?
I would say that you are first priority in your life. And to be loved and love, you don't need to sacrifice your needs.
Hmm. Hmm. That's something to think about.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you for being here, Oksana. It was fun
Yeah.
talking to you. It was a
Yeah.
pleasure.
You're welcome. Thank you. Bye.